Okay, joining me today is our third Street Fighter 6 qualifier winner. It is a .exe. How are you today, my man?
Hello, I'm .exe, and yeah, I'm quite good.
You're quite good, yeah? I also
You're
heard you're
pretty
quite
good,
good at
pretty
Street
good.
Fighter 6. That's also what I heard.
If you want to say that, then I guess so.
I mean, if you win a tournament, then you can't be that bad. But for everyone that doesn't know you that well yet, who has not heard about the German legend, can you just give a short introduction to yourself, who you are, which character you play, and how you started fighting games?
I'm from Frankfurt, in Germany, and Frankfurt am Main to be more specific. And I started playing fighting games like basically like 3 months before Street Fighter 5 came out. I started playing Ultra Street Fighter 4 and didn't really like play that much of it. I just kind of like had fun with the game. Played T-Hawk back in the day, and basically the way I played in Street Fighter 4 is my entire gameplay was just a 360 on defense every time. And yeah, then Street Fighter 5 came out in 2016, and yeah, my first main in 6 was Birdie, and then when Joey came out, I started playing Joey. And I was, and this is like, I mean, you called me a legend, but like, I guess that's like how I kind of got a legendary status in the community, because I started playing in tournaments like when I was like 14, 15, and already did pretty well at it, which is why, yeah, some people call me like a German legend.
I mean, everyone remembers your Red Bull the Pit run, like
Yes,
the team
yes,
tournament, the we had the Germany versus France tournament,
yes.
right? So
Yeah,
and
yeah, we had like a 10v10.
yeah, so I think
You
everyone
had that.
remembers at least the pictures of that event.
The picture's legendary. It was like literally frame perfect.
Yeah, that photograph did a really good job catching the mood, catching the atmosphere. And was that your first offline event, Red Bull the Pit?
No, my first offline event was in 2016, release year of Street Fighter 5. It was FFM Wombo. Like it was in my hometown, so I was like, yeah, why not go there? I mean, I drowned in pools, but that was like the first time I actually got to see some people. Although I wasn't really like super active in the community, like I really got in touch with the community at like the end of 2016, or like at the beginning of 2017. That's when I really started to get into everything. And also, yeah, I think it was like the end of 2016 when I got like in touch with some people from Hard Edge, with like Dracula and his old community, like he had in Frankfurt, that community area, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you mean
It's
our flat, the
yes, yes.
Schloss
That's when
FGC flat.
exactly. That's when I first got in touch with some people in the community.
See, and you're still sticking around. It's 2023, and you're still here, and you're still playing
Yeah.
Jury in Street Fighter 6. So, but
And yeah, Red Bull the Pit was like it was still like one of my like first offline events. It was like 1 week, yeah, exactly. Like I had my Red Bull the Pit one like exactly 1 week before I turned 16. Was it? Yes, 16. And that Red Bull the Pit moment was like, I don't know, probably the best moment or one of the sickest moments I had in my life so far. It was really cool.
it was a great event, and I think
Yes,
I just remember
it was
you
great.
impressing quite a few players at the event, just like how good you were at, that age. Because usually the fighting game scene is a bit older, or like just the good players tend to be just old men that played in the arcade. So it was always great to see it, new upcoming talent and leaving an impression, because you took names at that event already. And I mean, you're still taking names today. Everyone knows you as the Juri player, I think, in Germany. You played her all the way in Street Fighter V when she dropped, and now also in Street Fighter 6. Like, what do you like about the character, actually? Like, why do you keep playing Juri?
I mean, the haters, or like the will probably say it's because of feet, but no. I get the feet allegations out of the way first. It's just that I like her. I like her character, like her lore, her backstory, and the way she can be kind of crazy. Because I think, like, I mean, I admit I can be kind of crazy sometimes as well if I get hyped up, which is something I can definitely relate to her character. And it's just that her playstyle is fun.
Yeah, very, very offense oriented in Street Fighter 6, with setting up the projectile, then closing the gap, walking behind, right? So
she can be very offensive, but she's also like really good neutral. Like, she arguably has like top 3 neutral in the game, in my opinion.
I mean, people ranked her really high in that game. People said she's one of the top tier characters in Street Fighter 6, so it must come from somewhere. But talking about Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6, how was the switch for you from Street Fighter 5 to Street Fighter 6? I mean, you're playing the same character, but it's not copy paste, right? Juri doesn't play the same way, and the system mechanics are also very different between the games. How was it for you so far to switch from 5 to 6?
Quite good, actually. Like, I honestly felt like I would have had a rougher time transitioning. I mean, the first month I definitely had some, like the first 1 or 2 months. Actually, no, I'm talking complete nonsense. It's like the more I think about it, it's like, I think the very first tournament where I like really felt comfortable playing the game was after, or like, at Versus Fighting, I started to feel more comfortable this year. And after that, I think after that tournament, I've started to feel like more and more comfortable. But like the first tournaments were like, I've had a good and bad time, because I understood the game, but like when I played against like better players, I felt like how much more I like still have to learn, and I still don't understand, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, you
like
know
my first tournament placements were not that amazing, but yeah, I think now it's right now for me in the game. It's kind of dependent on like how my mindset is, because my mindset kind of changes from like week to week, or depending on what kind of mood I'm in. So yeah.
I mean, just kind of talking about that. I mean, some players can adapt to a game very quickly, but then they kind of stagnate. So they get decent very quickly, and then they stop getting better. And I mean, in your case, it's it might be a rough beginning, but if you keep improving, then I mean, right now you can already see that you are back at the top in Germany as a player. So you know it took some time, but now I feel like you kind of arrived in Street Fighter 6, and as you mentioned, you feel more comfortable playing the game. And it's the Street Fighter 6 is a game that where the opponent can throw a lot of stuff at you with a drive impact, drive rush, jumping, fireballs, right? So just having everything in mind in the beginning is going to be, it's kind of overwhelming, but at some point everything and what to expect. So I think
I mean, that. Something that felt like really satisfying that I've gotten more and more consistently pretty lately is to stop like drive rush pressure, like for example Ken doing crouching medium kick into drive rush, and to EXTP that. I've gotten way more consistent with that really lately, and I remembered I struggled with it so much at the beginning, especially because Street Fighter 6 input system isn't exactly the best right now. But yeah, it makes me really happy that I'm relatively consistent with it right now. And I I remember I actually like won the tournament with that. Like Demulan tried to crouching medium kick drive rush out of the corner, and I EXTP'd him.
Yeah, that's see, things are getting better. I mean, looking at the tournament bracket, you had to come back from the loser bracket. Actually, you lost against Dava in winners round 2, and then you had a very, very long road through the loser bracket. You had to play Rosu, Meaty, Pshu.
I actually have the bracket in front of me. Yes.
And you also got the run back against Dava. You won that 2-0. And then loser bracket final was against League, playing Manon. Just talk me a bit through the bracket, like how it felt for you, and like who you would say was your most scary opponent, if it was actually Demoland or anyone else.
I would actually say it was definitely. I mean, I was a little bit afraid of Diver in the run back because I lost the first set, but I think in the second set I made some adaptations to make me win the second set. And yeah, then League was definitely, I think he was probably the one I was afraid the most, because I remember I played against him in the first 2BCU tournament, like in the first qualifier of the tournament, and I lost against him. So, and I think the score also reflects the fact that I was kind of afraid of him. It was 3-2 at the end, and I think it was also last round. So definitely close. And then against Demulan, I clutched out the first set. It was also final last round, and I was in a massive life disadvantage. And then I clutched it out at the end, and then the second set I was more comfortable in.
I think for Demulan, losing the grand final, going into the reset, especially if it's that close, then sometimes you just run out of energy. But seems like your energy isn't depleting as quickly as the old man. Demulan, he's been around for, I don't know, 20 years now.
So, yes, I know he's quite an old hat in the community.
He's one of the most experienced players, but as you can see, still performing really well. Yes. And he's a really scary opponent, because he's really good at reading what you want to do.
Yeah, and like his fundamentals are also very solid. Like I basically couldn't jump at him in the entire set.
exactly. Talking about Street Fighter 6 in general, we had Aki release now. There's still some characters coming up for the game. Is there any character you're looking forward to playing, or are you just gonna stick to Jury?
From like the two characters that are remaining right now, and Ed and Akuma, I'm definitely looking more forward to Akuma, just because I want to see how they are going to make him in this game. Because so far with Rashid, I think with Rashid they actually brought him on a pretty good power level when they released him. Like, I think Rashid is definitely strong, but he's like no JP or no Ken. And then Aki is weird because like day 2, day 3, people were like, oh yeah, she's really good, and now they are, oh yeah, she's kind of mid. With Ed, I just hope they don't make him as like basic as in 5. And with Akuma, I honestly just want to see if they are going to make him broken or if they make him more balanced. Because in this game they can't give him broken tools just because he has low health. Or okay, maybe they might do that with him, but
they can do that.
they could do that. Like, maybe he does have the lowest health in the game, but yeah, as a compromise, he has, I don't know, the best fireball in the game. He starts with 12 drive bars and I don't know, whatever. Like, I just want to see how broken they are going to make Akuma, if they make him broken at all. Like, if Akuma would have like the same power level as like Rashid, that would be pretty fine.
Now let's see. I mean, Akuma usually the character that tends to break games, not only Street Fighter but also Tekken. So, I wonder how
it's so funny because like there was like genuinely a time in Street Fighter 5 where like when people complain Akuma, you genuinely didn't know if people were talking about Street Fighter 5 or Tekken 7.
It was top tier in both, so
yes. I mean, at the end of 5, he wasn't that great anymore. Like, he was like high mid, low high tier. So then it was pretty obvious that people were complaining about Tekken 7 Akuma. But yeah, for some time there, he was top tier in SF5 and Tekken 7.
I can already see Akuma being released with a balance patch. Ken gets nerfed, and Akuma's just the next top tier. So like nothing.
He gets Ken's crouching medium kick.
Yeah, right. So Ken's crouching medium kick gets nerfed, and Akuma releases with the old crouching medium kick. It's like,
exactly,
okay, cool. And nothing changed at all. It's just different
character skin.
Different character skin. Yeah, just the fireball is now red and not blue, and he can also throw air fireballs because he needs those, so you can't anti-air that character. So
yeah, but like I just want to know, like, because like Akuma is like always this Shodo, but on Quack. I'm really looking forward to how they are going to make him in this game.
I think a lot of people are. At least I'm also interested in that, to see how they switch it up. Because I mean, with Ken and Ryu, they switched it up a bit. So I wonder what they're going to change for Akuma. I mean, he couldn't throw fireballs jumping back in Street Fighter 5 anymore. So he forgot how to do that. But maybe it returns in Street Fighter 6 because it's balanced because you can parry the fireballs. It's all balanced. it's fine.
Fair and balanced, as all things should be. But one thing I'm actually like damn it, I forgot the word. I am quite interested to see an ad is like, because Ed in 5 was already pretty much a modern control character, and because modern controls are in this game, I wonder if they make like Ed an actual character this time with like actual motion inputs. which I
Yeah.
quite hope, because I think one button invincible reversal in 5 was kind of stupid, because you could basically react to almost anything, and there was no execution behind it. So yeah, let's see how they make him, and hopefully Flicker isn't as dumb in this game.
Yeah. Or you just play modern. You just play modern at and call it a day. You're just like, yeah, cool. Got motions now, but there are a few downsides. Just need to get used to how
Yeah.
modern plays, and then it's fine. I mean, it's
Yes.
people were scared of modern breaking the game, but there are a few players that can get to top 3 to top 8 with modern controls, but very few. So let's.
It's also like only a few characters like really benefit from modern, because some characters just lose out on too much in modern.
Yeah. Talking about losing out on stuff. Is there any offline event you're going to attend this year or early next year? What are your plans for offline traveling? Where
Offline. Yeah. So finish your sentence. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say, is there which events will we able to meet up, or where will people be able to meet you?
People or you will definitely be able to meet me next week at the crossover in Cologne.
Yeah, I will be there. Are you going to
Yes.
UFA as well, to Paris?
Unfortunately, no, because money. And also, I don't really have any vacation days for my work anymore, so I've already took them all up.
Okay.
So it's also like the fact it's hard for me to get holidays a day off on Mondays, because that's when I have school, and I can't take a day off when I have school.
Okay.
Because that's not work related, and but luckily it's my last year of my traineeship. So last year I planned to go on quite a few tournaments outside of Germany. Like I plan on going to Head Stompers, and probably only the best as well, and probably also versus fighting again, because I was really impressed by that tournament. Like the last 2 years, I like this, and last year where I went there, even though Birmingham is an absolute shit town, but the tournament is just really nice.
Luckily, you don't need to kind of experience Birmingham. You can just stay in the venue and just play games. I mean, it's every time.
I mean, as shitty as Birmingham is, like at least the food is good there, and also it's kind of good for shopping there.
Yeah,
because it's basically in the city center. But anything outside of that is yikes.
All right. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about versus fighting this year. So.
And yeah, I'm also like next year, I'm planning to go to the next Hessen Crash whenever that announces. And yeah, crossover will be my last offline tournament for this year, presumably.
Okay, so people, if you want to stop Exe from winning an offline tournament, get your ass to Cologne next weekend. Is there anything else you're looking forward to playing? Street Fighter 6 is released, but quite a few fighting games are on the horizon. Under Night 2, there's Tekken 8, Project L. Any other fighting game you're looking forward to playing to, or game in general?
Fighting games, I've tried out some other fighting games, but I've been more the type of guy who tends to stick to one fighting game only, because I simply have no idea how people focus on more fighting games at more than one fighting game at a time. Although Tekken 8 looks kind of interesting, the fact that Tekken is it's Tekken. So before when I play a game, when I play like a competitive game, I mostly have like the urge to be somewhat good at the game. And with Tekken, I just know, yeah, unless I play this game for like at least 5 years, well, okay, maybe 5 years is a bit of exaggerated, but in Tekken, I will take a long time before I will get good at it. So even though Tekken 8 looks quite interesting, maybe I will try it, but I'm not like getting super into the game. And when it comes to other fighting games, maybe I will like take a look into like the new Grand Blue that's coming out. Maybe. And to other fighting games in general, I'm definitely fighting games, other games in general. I'm definitely looking forward to the new Like a Dragon, or formerly known as Yakuza games, that next month comes out, Like a Dragon Gaiden, and then January next year comes out Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I'm definitely looking forward to these games.
Yakuza games, high quality RPGs. I know quite a few people enjoy them in the German FGC. So that said, like, have you ever been to Japan?
No, but I definitely want at some point. Definitely. I mean, there's actually one group of people at my local who are in Japan right now, and I know one of them is definitely knows a lot of Japan, so I definitely know where I can ask someone when I want to go to Japan someday. He definitely knows the stuff. And yeah, also when I look at videos from Japan, like the food and everything, the merchandise, I definitely need to have a lot of money when I go to Japan, because I'm going to be broke after I went there. But yeah, one day I definitely want to go to Japan.
Yeah, maybe that's a nice, I don't know what is it, graduation gift for yourself when you're done with your training. Yeah. Just before you start your full-time job, just going to Japan for
as
2-3
nice
weeks.
as it would be. I don't think, definitely not next year, because like I need that money I save up right now for other stuff. But speaking of Japan, I like, maybe like, I don't know, when I go to Evo Japan, or like when Evo Japan is, that would be a chance to go there. Like, who knows? I definitely also want to visit like Evo at some point.
You mean the American one?
Yeah, both. Basically both. I mean, okay. Like, aren't we like supposed to be get like a European Evo? Like, wasn't something about that? Talked about that?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it was a rumor or if that was confirmed, but yeah, there's supposed to be a European Evo tournament, but since then I have not heard anything about it. Where it's supposed to be, when it's going to take place.
Evo Germany, let's go!
But yeah, I mean,
that would be too sick.
It could be in Germany. Let's see. I mean,
it would make sense, like, location wise, because Germany is so central in Europe. But then there would probably like be some people who complaining like, yeah, Germany isn't the most FGC like known country in Europe for FGC.
Yeah, just has the biggest Street Fighter 6 player pool, and I don't know. I also feel like we have the highest number of Tekken players as well. Can't speak for Smash. Definitely. I don't know about Smash.
Like Germany is like actually really big in Germany. Tekken is like really big in Germany.
And we have a pretty big fighting game,
and also
scene,
strong.
But we are just very split across Germany. So
yeah, that's definitely a problem. That's definitely a small issue we have. Like, I've also heard like there's like some like North Germany, like fighting game scene, which that I basically don't know of because like I'm rarely in North Germany.
Yeah, it's also the
Because
same with Berlin, where you kind of, I
yeah,
don't know, you need to be in Berlin to know what's going
with
on in Berlin. It's
with Berlin, at least I know some people there.
yeah, the northern FGC
It's a mystic to me.
yeah, they the anime players tend to travel to events, but for like the Street Fighter players, now that you say it, you don't see them too often at offline events. That's true. So that that will be everything from my side regarding the interview. X, is there anything you want to tell people? Any shout outs? Anything where people can find you and so on?
I guess if you wanna find me, you can find me on Twitter. It's dot underscore exe_FGC, was it? I'm not 100% sure anymore. Let me check.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, at dot underscore exe_FGC. Even though my name is just a dot, but yeah, on websites like this you can't put a dot, so I have to spell out the dot. And on Discord, if you like, on if you, on some European Discord or some German Discords, you will probably find me.
Yeah, very likely people share servers with you on either Hard Edge, the 2BCU server, Sword Mine League, the German versus FGC server, ICFC server. So if people just search for your name, I think they should find it on one of the Street Fighter servers for Europe. So
Exactly.
Exa, thank you so much for sitting down with me for the nice little chat. I hope
Thank you as well for having me.
I hope to see you again on Wednesday in the next bracket. And
yeah, definitely.
Wishing you good luck with that already in the bracket. I mean, I can only impact the first rounds. You still need to win your matches yourself. I can't win them for you.
Wake the bracket for me. Just disqualify everyone.
Yeah. Why is the top half empty? Yeah, so Exa can just go to the grand finals. All the other players are in the bottom part. Nobody will notice. Nobody will notice.
Doesn't seem suspicious at all.
Not at all. So Exa, thank you so much again for your time. I wish you a nice weekend, and then we will see each other latest next weekend in Cologne.
Yeah, see you there.